Florida State just landed offensive tackle Jonathan Daniels. Tell me about this kid, AB.
Did somebody say offensive tackle? What?
That's what he
Yeah,
says himself.
this dude's ranking is the biggest argument on the internet these days. As you can see, he's rated a 3-star with 24/7 Sports. He's a 5-star in another place. He's listed as a 4-star in the composite, a 95 overall, but an 89 for 24/7 Sports. I think a lot of that has to do with his measurables. You see, he's listed as 6'3", 280. I know there's been like a 6'5" and or a 6'2" and 7/8 or 5/8, something like that, verified measurement for him at a camp. But he was on campus at Florida State recently. They measured him in at over 6'3", I believe closer to 6'4", and over 280 pounds. So that's promising. He's got ridiculously long arms. I wish I had that number in front of me, but I don't. The Noles beat out some good competition. Florida was on him, Auburn was on him, Georgia, Kentucky. I think there was a rumor that Georgia wanted him as a defensive end. I'm not sure if that's necessarily true. LSU was on him pretty hard. Alex Atkins did a hell of a job, had a great relationship with the young man, and was able to get him in the fold, committed in the class. Yeah, let's look at his tape, because there are a lot of people that think a lot of different things about this young man.
All right.
He is an offensive tackle. There's some thought maybe he could be a defensive end or an interior player. I do not think he's an interior player. I do not think he's got the toughness necessary to play guard. And that's not a knock on him. I just think I think he's built to play tackle. I don't think he's built to play guard. You see, he's got ridiculously long arms. You can kind of see him there on tape, even though it's really far away. Just when he's in his stance, how long his arms are.
Yeah. He's about to block a kick because he just raises his arms up.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, and when you're looking at projectables for offensive linemen, I mean, arm length is the biggest one. People like taller tackles because they have longer arms.
Yep.
So who can win that hand fight between offensive and defensive line is tantamount to who's gonna be the winner of the one-on-one battle in a football game. We're getting kind of a good mix of offensive and defensive lines.
Yeah. You see a nice little drive block here. He just looks like a classic Alex Atkins offensive line prospect, right?
Yeah.
Long, really long, gets off the ball hard, kind of driving people, drive blocking people.
He kind of catches people sometimes in his chest.
Yeah. I'd really like to see him get those hands inside and really just kind of dominate. But again, some of that he's in high school. So would like to see him, finish that block there. He's got control of that dude. Love to see him finish. He plays a little high on defense.
Yeah, he's able to get away with some stuff just because his arms are so long. Yeah. But there, you can see once he kind of gets this rep's all right. So he kind of lets him inside too much. But then once he gets a control of him, gets his hands where it's supposed to be, kind of on the inside of those shoulder pads of the defensive lineman, you can see he just, drops the dude on the ground.
Yeah, he's able to finish.
Got some practice film.
I think he's raw, but I do think there's a ceiling there, and that's obviously important.
Yeah, I think that explains a lot of the division between his ranking. I mean, if you're going to camps and you're kind of getting to see these guys in person, I bet he stands out because I mean his arms are really special. I mean that's
yep.
It's the equivalent of looking at someone like Mekhi Danzy and being like, all right, well he runs a 4.40, you can do something with that. It's like he's got such long. I mean, they're crazy long.
Yeah, the tools are there.
He is incredibly raw. Like here, you do not want to be in this position where they're inside your chest. Against a college defensive tackle, they win that. But his top end is there.
Yeah, I think so. And so, look, that's what Alex Atkins gets paid a lot of money to do, is to develop these guys. You get him in here, that length is something you can't teach, and he's athletic as hell. I mean, that's
Very athletic.
what you're looking for, right?
I mean, he legit looks like he could be a 3-tech prospect.
Yeah.
Like a pretty darn good one.
Like I said, I mean, I think there was a rumor that Georgia maybe was recruiting him as an end, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see him being a very good 4-eye defensive end. He's just athletic.
Yeah, he catches a little bit too much for my liking at times, like you said earlier. I'd like to see him deliver some of these blows, not catch. I know he had a camp. There was a camp I don't know if it was in February, where he worked on the interior some, and he got whooped pretty good. That stuff doesn't worry me. I don't think he's ever played guard, so he doesn't understand short sets and that kind of stuff. That's a completely different ball game for a player. I know people are going to bring that up. So I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that. I think that's one of those deals that he's never done it. So why are you expecting him to go have success doing it?
He's definitely not a guard.
No, I don't think he is. I think guard takes a different level of toughness. I'm not sure that that's in him. He looks like a finesse player to me, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, there's just so few true tackles in the world that why even debate it?
Yeah. Either way, this is a good get in a year where there is not a lot of elite tackle prospects. I think this player presents a hell of a ceiling for you. You get him in the class. He's got an elite trait with those arms. His athleticism is out of this world. You get him in here, develop him, see what happens.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's a guy that you watch his film, it's not going to pop because there are some. I'm not going to lie to you. There are some real technical hurdles he's going to have to get over to play at the college game. But there's a lot there that could be truly. I mean, we're talking about NFL caliber measurables this kid seems to have. So, hopefully the depth that FSU has built up around him can help him kind of grow and develop into what he truly has the capability of being one day.
Yep.
Do you have any closing thoughts on Jonathan?
No, I think you're right. They've built that room up enough that you are going to give him a chance to sit on the sidelines and develop, and that's going to be key for him to be successful. There's a reason a lot of big time schools are after him. Even in a year where there's not a lot of great offensive tackles, he's got a ceiling and a profile of one that you want to get in your class. They were able to land him. Now it's their time to do their work with him, and that's what their motto is work. So they get an opportunity to do the work with him off the field and get him ready in a couple of years.
Yep. So if you liked this breakdown, you want to see more breakdowns like this or read more breakdowns like this, head on over to Knowles247.com or like and subscribe to this channel where we'll be back for more FSU recruits. If you want the scoop on the newest recruits or who might be joining the class, make sure you check it out. Zach over there is killing it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.